Hey guys, been a while. Finally got the video done for the pillows. Before we get started on that, I got a couple things I wanted to talk to you about and show you. First thing is, my granddaughter got her school pictures back. I just love it. Such a nice picture of her. And the second thing is, my daughter got married, my youngest daughter. And so we have two new members of the family, Haven and Alistair. And I wanted to send a special shout out to Alistair. He got a new YouTube channel and I wanted to let him know that I thought it was awesome and that I'm thinking of you guys. So hi Haven and Alistair. I miss ya. Hope we get to see you soon. So anyhow, this video we made two pillows. I did it side by side on my loom. I'll show you how all that was done. And I think they came out cute. They're small little pillows. We might make some bigger ones next time, but I like them because they are small. They're cute. And the next video, VHS tapes. We're gonna make a rug out of VHS tapes, and I think I have a video up where I showed you Olivia cracking these open for me, but I'll show you the whole process from start to finish, so we'll do that next time. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. Bye guys. When I make the pillows, I run two side by side like I do the runners. So I have the first pile of strips cut for the first pillow, and I started winding on the shuttle. And then the second pillow, I'm going to do the multicolor, so I have a pile of clothes here that I'm going to work on. I only made up one shuttle of the light green polyester material that I'm going to use. Got the rest of the strips here on my little warping board. I just use that to hold the strips during a project. I'm not sure how many shuttles to make up because I haven't made the pillows this way before, and I'm not sure how long I need to make them. So this will be the first time for me as well as you guys, so hopefully it doesn't turn out badly. And then I just have a few extra strips over here from another project that I need to roll up and put up. So for the other pillow, I'm going to do another multicolor project here. My daughter just gave me a bunch of my granddaughter's old clothes. They cleaned out her closet, and they're such bright colors. They're perfect for the multicolor rug. So I'm going to go in and get these all cleaned up and cut up. I'm going to start with what's on top here. This makes me sad a little bit. I remember lots of these clothes. She's getting so big, it goes by fast. Anyhow, when I'm using clothes, I've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to have to cut out all of the, like this collar, and there's details around the arms and hems at the bottom. So I'm going to cut all of that out and make some strips. The shorter strips work out okay when you're doing the multicolor, so that's why I like to use her clothes for that. It's small strips and lots of different bright colors. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this stuff up and cleaning it up, and we'll see what they look like when we're done. All the clothes are cut up, and this is what I have. Took a while, so now I need to get a shuttle ready and then go over to the loom and get that ready. I'm making these two pillows side by side like I did when I made the runners, and you can look back through my videos and there is a video on how to run two pieces side by side, so you can check that out. But anyhow, I have these started. I'll take pictures as I go, and then we'll come back when they're ready to come off the loom and put together. Both the pillows are off the loom, and I have them tied off. This one I wanted to show you, I kind of have folded the way it will be when it's a pillow. And then this one I left opened up so I could show you what I did. On this end, I just tied it off with regular fringe. But on the other end, I tied it before I thought about it, and actually next time I will probably just do regular knots, little small knots. But I did the fancy knots because I didn't think about it ahead of time, so I did those, and I just cut the fringe real short because we're going to fold that over. Alright, I want to show you how I have folded this up. So, let's see how long this is. Hang on, let me grab my ruler. Okay, so this is 29.5 inches long, and that's including the 2 hems. So that'll give you an idea of how long it is. So all I'm doing is taking this edge where we did the real short fringe, and I'm just going to fold the hem in half. Like that, and then lay it down about where I want it to be. And I'm going to take this and just fold it back over. And that gives us the form for the pillow. I'll go ahead and do this one. Flip it over. So here's my short side with my fringe. I'm going to fold that hem down because when we sew this together, we'll just have that turned in and sewn down and you won't even see it. Make it about the size we want it. Kind of see if we can get a little bit even with the other one. And then go ahead and fold it over. And now here's this one. So I'll go ahead and let you take a look at those from the front. Both of them are folded and ready for me to pin together and sew up. So we'll do that next. Next thing I'm going to do is just take some regular sewing pins. I like the ones with the little fat heads on top. Makes it easier to see where they're at. And then I'm just going to pin this together. Keep it in place while I sew it. And I'm going to pin it all the way up both sides, and then right here where our hem is at, I'm folding it down so that hem is on the underside. And then I'm going to go ahead and just pin that on each side for now, because I'm not going to sew it closed yet because we're going to stuff it. So I'll put a pin on the other side. As such. I'm going to go ahead and pin down both sides. Running out of pins. I'm going to have to find some more. Let's go ahead and make sure everything's where you want it to be, so when you start sewing, everything stays straight. Let's put another one on this side. And one more here. So this is pinned up. I just went up both sides, and then I put a pin on each corner, just so that I can sew up to the edge and stop right here and right here. We'll leave this open for the stuffing, and I'm gonna sew it up with the same white cotton warp that I made the pillow with. So I'll go ahead and get that started. I'll get this one pinned up, we'll get those sewn up the sides, and we'll see what that looks like when we're done. And I just wanted to say, I'm gonna use one of my big sewing needles. I actually think I have a bigger ones that I can use. I'm gonna use the needles and hand sew. You could do this with a sewing machine super fast. I do everything by hand, so I don't use a sewing machine. I have tried, and for some reason I can't get it. So anyhow, I'll be hand sewing these. Just wanted to let you know that. I'm going to go ahead and start to sew this first pillow up. So I'm just going to unwind a good bit of the thread because I hate to run out in the middle. Just tie a knot at the end. Go ahead and thread my needle. I don't think I have my needle threader here, of course. Hang on, let me grab that. A handy dandy needle threader. Even with a needle with a big eye, I still do better with the threader. Okay. Go ahead and thread that needle. And I'm just going to do a simple straight stitch up the side. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom, and it's pinned together where we want to start. So I'm just going to go in underneath and come up in between the two layers so you don't see the knot, and that also protects it so that it doesn't get wear and tear. And then I'm just gonna do, like I said, a simple straight stitch. The only thing I recommend if you're doing it by hand is just make sure when you go back down that you don't go in between the rows with your needle. Make sure you go into the actual row of fabric, and that'll make it a lot stronger and will stop your rug from coming, or your pillow from coming apart. And unfortunately, this is not a very sharp needle. This is one I use to make my penny rugs, and I don't need sharp to go through the felt. So now I'm just going down, coming through both layers. I'm underneath. Now I'm just going to come back up into the next row of fabric. Wow, this needle is not sharp enough at all to get through this fabric. So there we go. And pull it back up. And I'm just going to continue to do the straight stitch all the way up the edge to this top point where we have it folded over, and then I'll tie off and stop, come back and sew up the other side and stop, and then we'll start to stuff it and we'll get the other one done. I've got both sides sewn up, so this side is closed and this side is closed up, and now I'm coming across where we had the hem, and I'm tucking that in, and I'm just sewing it with a blanket stitch. You can whip stitch it, any kind of stitch you want to use. I just use a blanket stitch because I use that a lot when I make my penny rugs, and it looks nice. Not that it's going to get seen, but and it closes that up nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get that finished to a certain point where I feel like I can still stuff it, and then we'll come back and see that. I've got this sewn across about as far as I want to go now. I'm going to go ahead and start to stuff it. And what I use right now is the Polyfill brand fiber fill. And I like this stuff. It's not too terribly expensive. I am looking for some alternative sources for stuffing, like a recycled material of some sort. And I've seen lots of things on YouTube, like using grocery bags and magazines cut up. I'm not sure how that would do, but it's something I might try. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and start to stuff this with the fiber fill, and let's see how that goes. So the first pillow's done. I've got it sewed up both sides and then across here, and then the flap just lays down. I think I might pin the flap down just maybe on each corner just to make it a little more secure, but anyhow, this one's done. I think it came out cute. And you know, you can put like little buttons or anything on there to snazz it up a little bit. So there's that one done. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this one up, and we'll see them when they're both done. What, Penny? Did you just have a bath? Then again, did you just get a bath?